It's been so long.
It's been so, we don't know what to do. We've had the summer to sort of like, you know, but we are cheersing ourselves a little bit.
Yeah.
Episode
Cheers.
6. We made it. Oh, that's a good carver. Do you have any more in that bowl?
No.
So I've been slaving away.
At one moment, like, oh, should I help out? And I'm like, to be honest, you bought so much stuff. I have no idea what to do.
I don't know
with it
what to do. A little bit more.
So I'm just going to sit and drink some wine.
I love it. Well, thank you for joining us for another episode. You're watching It's a Voice Note, not a podcast. And this is episode 6, which is about spontaneity.
Yeah. We can talk about our growth.
We can, how we've grown through the episodes.
I mean, we'll just freeball it.
Yeah, which I think
Raw
embodies.
dog. Yeah. I'm just going to raw dog it.
Do you know what? Dan had never heard that in a non-sexual context. And then someone said about going to the gym and raw dogging at the gym. Yeah. And he was like, I don't think I'm brave enough. And I'm just like, it means not wearing your headphones. You dirty bastard.
Yeah, I saw a meme the other day. It was like, oh, I'm doing a flight from like Europe to LA and I'm raw dogging it. I'm not sleeping. I'm not wearing headphones. I'm not doing anything. And I'm like,
no. At the gym, though, I don't wear headphones.
I do.
I just find like that I subscribe to the idea of that dopamine hit where you're just like, you know, you're just like, oh, okay, this song's not great. Let's wait for the next song. Let's do this. Or I'm going to have this song's a banger and not, you know. I like having the shit music they have there and then just being like, it doesn't matter.
They have like workout music. No, I like listening to my little audio box.
Oh, yeah. No. So you got like...
I like catching up on my shows. Yeah.
Harry Potter.
No, I'm really into... I can't remember the author. I think it's Sarah J something.
Okay.
Oh, this might be a Bing Bing Bing.
Yeah. I'll Bing 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 it.
She's... Yeah, no, it's like it's a 7-book series and it's all about like fairies and shit like that.
Oh, I love that.
It's quite mystical fantasy, strong female lead.
We love a strong female lead.
Yeah, that's how I describe myself. That's my grinder handle.
Do you know what my grinder handle is? My grinder handle is don't hate me because I'm beautiful, hate me because I'm an immigrant.
Yeah, who was that?
Theresa May.
Theresa May.
Absolute. So that is and the amount of people that sort of like come up to me and it's just like, oh my God, that's amazing. And then other people are like, I don't get it. And I'm just like, they're going like, I'm from the UK, living in Sweden. I'm an immigrant.
You're an immigrant, yeah.
Yeah.
You're not an expat.
No.
That's what white people say.
That's what white people say.
You're an immigrant.
Yeah. I'm an immigrant. And I feel like we should flip on its head.
We're white privilege because we're British.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Do you know what? That pisses me off, that whole, you're an expat. And I'm like...
Yeah, because people say it... Like... I don't know. It sounds... Like...
Fancy. Allowed.
Yeah, it sounds like you're a step above just any old immigrant or whatever.
Which is absolute bullshit. What was it? My mum, my nan, my uncle all arrived on a boat. Yeah.
You get the boat over from India?
Yeah. Too expensive to fly.
How long did it take?
7 days, 2 weeks, something like that. It was a long time. It was sort of like, you know, it was called the Grand Arcadia. And they arrived in 1959. I actually did Ancestry.com and I found the manifesto.
Did you?
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. It's really cool to see all of their names. It's just like, it's got my mum, age 3. And I'm like, oh.
That's really cool.
Yeah. I know.
We really just fucking raw dogged in it. And I'm like, so when did your family immigrate from India?
1959. Okay. Right.
Before we start, how have you been?
I have been well. I have been stressed. So it is the 7th of September. And we are getting married in a month and 4 days.
Oh, shit.
I know.
Yeah.
We leave in less than a month for Greece, where we're getting married.
Fuck.
So obviously this episode will air later,
Yeah.
but that's how it currently is. Who knows? By the time this episode airs, I may be so stressed as shit that I'm not functioning as a human being.
Yeah. We can discuss that later.
We
The
can.
commitment to
The commitments.
from the early podcasts to we're going to release it every other week.
Yeah,
But-
but hasn't happened.
Right now you're focused on the wedding.
Right now we're focusing on the wedding.
You're stressed. I'm really looking forward to it because I have a holiday.
Yeah.
I've got a little week in Greece, so but you guys are stressed.
Yeah, we have no let up at this moment in time.
Like when I got here, you were just like faffing around, stressing, and I was like, "Sam, you're stressing me out. Can you just sit down?
Sit the fuck down.
Have
Get
a glass
the
of
beer
wine."
down.
Yeah.
It's been hard. It's been hard. You know, anyone who says, you know, weddings are easy, no one says weddings are easy. I don't know why I thought weddings would be easy. I was just there going like, oh yeah, you know, it's like I've done other things. I emigrated.
Yeah.
You know, and I kind of forget the stresses that those things are. So
Planning a big event.
it has been stressful.
It's also the money.
Yeah, it's expensive. Whoever said weddings, no one has said weddings are cheap.
No one's ever said that.
No one's ever said that. I don't know why I thought that.
I might do it on the cheap though for mine.
Yeah,
You never know.
I don't know.
Little registry offy jobby.
Yeah, but I can't do that because Indian family.
Eloping in
Yeah,
in
but
Vegas.
they would have killed me.
Yeah, they probably would.
They thought I got married last year.
Did they?
Yeah, there was a whole thing. I went back for Christmas and my cousin Andrew turned to me and he was like, "You married?" And I was like, "No." And he was like, "But there's a photo of you." And I went, "There's loads of photos of me." And he was like, "It's a photo of you wearing a buttonhole." And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "And Dan was wearing a buttonhole." I was like, "Yeah, I was the best man."
A buttonhole.
Like the flower.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was like, "Yeah, I was the best man." And he was like, "Why did Dan have one?" And I was
Is that
like,
a wedding thing?
"That's a wedding thing. We're not having it at our wedding. That's a tradition we got rid of."
Okay.
But like, it was like, and he was just there going like, "But you were wearing it." I was like, "I was the best man." And then it was like, "But what about Dan?" It was like, "There was a spare one." And he was like, "So you're actually not married?" I went, "I want you to think logically. Would Dan be wearing what he was wearing in that moment in time to his own wedding?" And literally, he looked at me and went, "Okay." And he went, I just need to go inside and talk to the family." And then Simone came out and she was like, "Are you married?" I was like, "No, I'm not married. I'm not married." And I explained the whole situation again. And then Auntie Kim comes in. She doesn't even say a word to me. And I just went, "I'm not married. They got it wrong.
No.
I know there's a WhatsApp group without me in it." Then sure
Slagging me
enough,
off.
Uncle Brian comes in
Yeah.
and he goes, "So here he is, this arsehole."
I'm not gonna lie. Like your family should have known when you
Yeah.
get married.
It's gonna be an event.
You're gonna let people know.
Yeah, it's going to be cool.
Yeah.
So it cracked me up. So that's why the wedding is having to be sort of like, you know, we got 80 people coming,
Solid number.
a solid number. It's, you know, intimate as far as India's concerned.
Okay.
So I think it's quite nice. It's quite good. We're getting married in Greece, in one of our favourite islands. It's going to be lovely. And it's just at this moment in time, because Greece doesn't necessarily do things very fast and is very much like, "Oh, yeah, it will be fine." We don't actually have an official number of how much this is going to cost us.
Yeah.
And what number we do have, we are over. So I need to find money from places.
I brought you the easel.
Thank you. That's going to
Yeah.
save us
50 euros.
50 euros.
That's probably my plate of food.
Yeah. And
Not the wine.
not the wine. Not the wine. And
Not because it's expensive wine, and also I'll take care of it.
we got
Don't worry
good
about
wines. We got good wines. That was one of the things that, you know, that's one of the things where it's like, it's one of those things where I am really happy we've done it, but Dan is a little bit like, we spend too much money.
Yeah, but you and your friends, I don't know about your family, but your friends are going to take care of it. There aren't going to be bottles left over.
I think we're kind of secretly hoping that there will be some bottles of the Prosecco left over.
That's not going to happen.
That's not going to
babe.
happen.
Maybe the red wine.
The rosé will be. Don't, because that's another bone of contention.
And then we brought it up in the last podcast. It's like, we're serving lamb. Like,
Oh, the stress. Yeah. The other big stress in my life is I currently have a new phone.
oh, yeah, you want to get into that, do you?
I want to get into that.
Yeah.
So, brilliant. So it was my birthday on the 17th of August. Save the date, everyone. I would love sort of like birthday messages next year. That would be great. And we went to Pride in Copenhagen with our mutual friend Cleo. And it was
Love you, Cleo.
lovely. Yeah, we love you, Cleo. It was fantastic. It was amazing. We had the best day. Dan,
It looked great.
It looked great.
It looked like fun.
It was really good fun. Dan got me a photograph from our mutual friend Rico, an illustration, which was me, him, and my mum, which is a photo that will never exist in reality.
Yeah.
And I bawled, I cried, I full on sort of like, ugly cried.
I obviously knew about this before, and I was like,
Yeah.
that is like a really cute present.
It was a really cute present. I went to the gym in the morning, came back, and he'd got that all set up with a "It's my birthday" card, and he said, "You can take that to Pride and have it with you at Pride." And like, it was the best idea because literally, like, the amount of random people, like the Danes are lovely. Like, the amount of random people that said happy birthday came up to me, gave me a hug, put glitter everywhere,
Yeah.
gave me free alcohol, which was the beginning of my downfall.
Yeah, that's the thing about the Danes. They're really lovely, and they also love a bev.
They love a bev.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I lasted until the end. And I think the shots did me in. The shots at the end did me in.
Because I've never seen you hammered. Because you can...
I can take a lot.
You're a bit of a... Yeah, you're a sailor. Like, you can drink like a sailor. Like...
I get very drunk inside my head, but it doesn't appear from the outside.
You just look kind of
disappeared.
sleepy. Yeah.
Disappeared. It was bad.
Yeah.
So there was a moment where I turned to, like, it all hit me at once, and I was like, I need to get out of here. It was too warm. There was too many people. It was the music was like, wow, wow. I was just like, I'm out. And I sort of like just turned it down and went, I need to leave like right now. And he went, okay. And then he starts hugging people goodbye. And I was just like...
Yeah, gay guys can't just leave. I
just left.
Yeah. What do they call it? A French exit?
Yeah, I French
like,
exit.
I like a French exit. I like to just
go.
maybe wink at a close friend and be like, I'm just going to go to the toilet.
Yeah. They know.
Yeah.
They know. And they
I
know
don't want
not
to do
to
the
let
hug.
Yeah.
Like...
So I did that. I French exited, and then I found like a space to sit down, like where there wasn't many people, next to bikes. And it was all well and good until my phone started ringing. So then I had to like lie back on the pavement and go, get my phone out and answer. It was like, Dan, I was like, hi. And he was like, don't you...
So you had your phone?
I had my phone, and he went, don't you dare walk away from me in this crowd. Okay. And I just went, I'm far too drunk for this. I will send you a location pin. Managed to send him a location pin. And then went, cool. And then I looked and I tried to put it back in my pocket. But by this time, my handbag and 2 flags, the Palestine flag and the LGBTQIA plus flag, was in the way. So I went, and I shoved it underneath me. And then just sort of like...
So you left it on the street.
Yeah. So when Dan found me and he went, right, grab your stuff. He grabbed my flags, he grabbed this, and he went, right, I've got all your stuff, picked me up. And then obviously didn't see my phone underneath me. Oh. And we just walked off. We went to the main train station, got a Max. And then obviously it came, and mine came with cheese on. So I suddenly went, So he went back and had to wait for them to make another one. And got back, and halfway through eating, I was like, could you pass me my phone? And he was like, I haven't got your phone. You've got your phone. I went, I don't have my phone. And I looked at my watch, and I went, my watch doesn't know where my phone is. And he was like, are you fucking kidding me? So he said, right, grab your shit, finish eating. He was like, you're done with that. And he marched me back there to try and find it because he could still see it on the location. And it had gone.
Yeah, put it on screen. Where is it now?
I don't want to put it on screen. I do
Why
want to
not?
put it on screen.
We'll send the 12 of fans that we have, the 12 people that listen to this.
Oh, it's online. It's on the move. It's on the move.
Are they using it?
They're moving the phone. Okay, so it was somewhere in... I took a screenshot, and I'm going to do... It's on the move. It was active 7 minutes ago.
So they're using it?
They're trying to use it. I'm going to play sound. It is locked. It's marked as lost, so you can't do it. But it is currently, if I zoom all the way out...
So how does it work nowadays?
Oh my God, it is right on the move. That's where it is.
Let me have a look.
Yeah. So it was next to Bucharest,
Oh God.
and now it's like nearing the border of Serbia.
Yeah, they're on the motorway, mate.
Yeah.
They're driving up somewhere.
Yeah.
Samuel's phone, Romania.
Answers on the postcard. Should I erase this by now? Is this a problem? The fact that I've marked it lost and locked it, but it still has all the data on
I
it.
mean, I'd probably Google it before someone replies to the.
I'll call Apple.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where my phone is. I can definitely tell you now, I did not lose it there. I lost it in Copenhagen, which is
Copenhagen.
there. So that's been nabbed.
So it was some little Romanian twink with sticky fingers, or lesbian.
I think it's more Romanian sticky twink.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things. And I should really sort of like, I shouldn't really care about it too much, but I am a little bit like on point of principle. I'm just going to play a sound every now and then and just piss them off. Because I can't, I'm not going to let this go. I'm petty.
Maybe play like a Trump rally.
Yeah. Oh my God. No.
Like Trump's.
I don't know. No, Romania, they might love that.
One of speech. Yeah. No.
So,
no,
you never know. Oh.
It's all right, pride.
No, that's true. How about you? What is new in your life?
I was just trying to think what I've been up to. When was the last time we recorded? Episode 5, man.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a good one. That was my favourite.
That was a good one. I don't know if it's my favourite. I feel like, our comedy is better on some of the other episodes. I like episode 1. It's ratchet.
Let me just add my little moment about what I've been up to, and then we'll go through the episodes. We can do that today, because I have...
Yes, what have you been up to?
I went on holiday. I went to Turkey, didn't I?
Yeah.
And it was the first time I've ever been on holiday with the hotel has been like the focus. I had a wonderful time. It was like offering Cleo. Shout out Cleo again.
Shout out to Cleo
She
again.
stayed in the same hotel before. And she said the staff were so nice and all of that. That was really fucking nice. It was like an all-inclusive kind of thing.
Yeah.
I probably won't do like an all-inclusive again.
I can.
Yeah. It's nice, but I felt like we were really fortunate that the hotel was really nice, but it was one of those places where it's like kind of too built up around tourism.
Oh, yeah.
So if your hotel's shit,
there's nothing else.
Yeah. But for Greece, we've just got breakfast.
Nice.
And we booked it in the town, so I'm quite looking forward to that.
Oh, so yeah, I know the one you're staying at. I think that's a really good idea. It's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Gonna move that slightly further away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're doing that. What else have we been up to? I've just been working.
A lot of work. It's been the summer.
Huh?
It's been the summer, hasn't it?
I don't know. I don't know if I've had
a good summer.
It's been okay.
I've been working most of it. It hasn't been great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't been like potty or out.
No.
When I look back on it, it's not on one of my top summers.
No, it's not.
No. But it's been good.
It's been good. But it wasn't, like us meeting up in the park, shirtless, sunbathing. It's not been that vibe since.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. But yeah, it's not been my top 5 summers.
No.
It's been okay. I've been on holiday.
Yeah. I have not been on holiday.
Yeah, well, you got this big one, haven't you? So.
Yeah, true. Yeah. But you also have another one, which is you've got a little 4-pawed.
Yeah, me and Marco got a cat.
I love that.
A little British short hair with bright blue eyes. Oh. Just much like myself.
Yeah.
And then we went over to go see her. And I was like, okay, I've been down this road before. Let's just buy some cat stuff. Marco was like, oh, let's just go see her and we'll see how we feel. She's this gorgeous little white British short hair kitten. I was like, okay, let's get everything ready. And if we don't want to use it, we can just take it back.
Yeah.
And then as soon as we got there, the lady was, I think she said she was Bosnian Croatian. So him and her started talking Serbian straight away.
Yeah.
I was like, game over.
Yeah.
So now, and she was like, oh yeah, she's not pedigree, like we just brought her mum over from Croatia. So I was like, oh my God, so her mum's Balkan. So we have a little Balkan British short here.
I love that.
She's like our baby. And
So
she's
cute.
fucking spoiled rotten. She's very cute. She's a fighter.
Yeah.
She's thick. Thick. With 3 C's.
Like
Big bones.
built. Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I thought you were like, we got a dumb cat.
No, thick. I'm like juicy. Yeah. The lady likes to fight.
Nice.
Mark
I love
took her
that.
to the vet this week just to do like the final checkup and then like a vaccination and stuff.
Yeah.
And then the vet was like, she's a fighter. She was just whacking the shit out of him. I was like, good girl.
That's what you want.
No shit, yeah. But then really cute with me.
That's quite nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, she sleeps on your side of the bed, doesn't she? Yeah.
And
Daddy's girl.
yeah, it's daddy and tata. It's
Oh,
like
yeah,
Serbian
yeah.
for daddy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm your daddy. And I'm like, I'm making fun. It is like a joke, but I'm like saying to Marco, like, she's on my side of the bed, not your side of the bed. I don't know if you noticed, but she's on my side. And she's where she feels comfortable. I don't know if you noticed. And he's like, it's only because it's next to the wall, whatever.
Yeah. Do you know what Dan does that to me with Elliot? He's just there going like, he's only hanging out next to you because you've got a wider leg for him to lie on.
Okay.
And I'm just like there going like a wider leg for him to lie on. And this dog's like there going like, like snoring like a motherfucker.
It's love.
It is love. So what's she called?
Molly,
Yeah.
the cat.
What's the full name?
So she's called Molly McTitties. Miss Molly McTitties.
Miss Molly McTitty.
She's unmarried. It's spelled with double D, which I love. At the vet, she is registered as Molly McKittens.
McKittens.
McKittens, yeah.
Why?
Just because Molly McTitties at the vets is probably more of a drag name.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm thinking they're fine with that though at the vets, aren't they?
I don't know. I said to Marco, because Marco took it, I was like, you didn't register as Molly Yankicevic, did you? Which is his name.
Yeah.
Even though when I was in London and I got Jack, my little chihuahua, he was registered as the vet as Jack Whitley.
Yeah. Yeah. Like my cats were, what was it? Shadow Calverley and Sassy Calverley.
No.
And I was like, Sassy Calverley sounds like a real drag name. I love that.
Yeah, got a little kitten, which
Nice.
is nice. I really want a
love that.
dog.
Yeah.
I really want a dog.
It just depends on, like, I love Elliot to bits. He is anxious as hell.
Yeah.
This dog. Like, it's just like, you can't leave him alone.
This is the thing. You can get dogs that are really fucking chill in all of this.
Yeah.
But like with dogs, you do have to think about them 24/7. Where are they? How are they?
Yeah.
Are they okay? Where are they going to go? Where are they going to do this? Where are they going to do that? And you have to think cats. Think about any pet.
Yeah.
But cats are a bit more
We've watched
independent.
it because we have cameras in the apartment.
Yeah.
And we turn them on when Dan's like, yeah, you discovered the camera.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys asked me to what are your plans and then put a camera.
The camera
There must be footage
Girl.
of me because when I found that out, I just walking into your apartment just like this.
Yeah, I have seen those. I have seen all of those. My favourite one is when you came and you sat down and you had Jack Daniels bottle and you were like, and you just went, it's Christmas.
Yeah. Definitely pull myself one out.
I
yeah.
love that. I love
And a
that.
little Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. No, it was because we were doing it's because they were doing building work. But
No.
now it doubles as the doggy camera. So
Doggy
when
camera,
like
yeah.
we leave, and there was a hilarious moment where we left and Elliot was not okay. And so suddenly like he starts storming off and you hear him going because he's like pissed off. And then suddenly we saw like there was a moment where suddenly the kitchen chair just went like this because he's kicked it. And then he goes and he sits on the couch and he looks, he knows where the camera is. He sees the camera and he goes,
Does it have sound?
yeah.
Very advanced little camera.
I know, it's great.
Scary camera.
Yeah. It was just hilarious watching him just all like, just go around the
I'm
apartment.
like,
just
oh my
going,
God, I'm thinking about what I've been doing in your apartment. Shit.
what sounds are those coming from the bathroom?
Yeah. Who's that? Right. So let's
Yeah.
talk about our little podcast.
We're not getting any better at this.
It all started.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk
Okay.
about, okay, so it's coming up to a year now
Yeah.
since we were talking about it.
In the pub.
In the pub.
In the International Gambler Stand.
And what did I say to you? I was like, we'll record it and like, you know.
No, you were like, you said, oh, just, you need to get an iPhone.
Yeah.
And I was like, right, I'll just get one with work because
Yeah.
I had a Samsung. I've always had Samsung.
Mm-hmm.
So then I got an iPhone. I was just expecting it to be like a little iPhone.
Yeah.
And then you told me, you remember when you got that little microphone? Which is a fucking paperweight now. We got the tiny little microphone
Yeah.
off like Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, it was like literally. I was talking to the guy. It was he was a music professor at one of the colleges going on, and he was just selling it. I think we paid like 40 quid for it, 400 crowns, something like that.
I was just expecting that we just plonk our iPhones in front of our faces, and then we just use like. To be honest, I didn't think it would be like a video thing either. I thought we would just be like talking through like a fucking headset, like earphone thing. But then obviously you.
Yeah, but this is what.
But this is your living. Like you do this for a living.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. This is, and not only, not only that. It's just like I watch podcasts. I don't listen to podcasts. You listen to podcasts. I watch podcasts. So I'm like, there needs to be a video.
I mean, I do listen. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a YouTube queen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there was like a panic the week before. So we had this idea. I was with my grader friend, Seb. And I just went, oh, okay, if we're filming, what would you use to film? And he went, well, the iPhone now films. You know, you got a Blackmagic app, which is a camera manufacturer that we can record. And you've got and the new iPhones record in ProRes.
Is that the new one?
That's the new one.
You got a new one?
I did get a new one.
You do like your fancy gadgets.
I maxed out. I don't care. I want to film in ProRes. I want it to be good. I want it to be good. That was the reason we were using phones that were too old, that didn't do what needed to be done.
I don't even know what this is. I just need it to like.
It's like an photo, something like that.
Take it a photo, answer a call, look at Instagram.
Well, that's the problem. We sort of like, you know, we wanted to record it. And I did a test. with my camera, recording myself, and I did a test of the microphones that we had, because I had the microphone I borrowed from Stockholm Panda and Sweetless.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
and your microphone, and I had them both set up, and I was sort of like talking. We had them on these stands, which we're now using as the camera stands, and literally like. It got to the stage where the reverb between the two, I was like talking, and then I was like, we are free queens with one brain. It was
Season
awful.
12.
Season 12. It was so shit. And I was like, right, panic mode. And I was like, okay, so how do we do this? And then I was like, Ruddy Pod mics. Got 2 of these.
I think you just do what you do with everything, Sam. You just
Throw money.
shitloads of money at it.
Yeah.
And I remember when we started doing it, I was like, Sam, I feel like it's a lot. It's a lot.
It is a lot.
And then now it's got to the point where I'm like, okay, this is your thing, okay?
Yeah, you've said this on multiple times. There was a moment where you were just like panicking, just kind of, I didn't ask you to spend this.
yeah. And I'm like,
I'm like going like,
you're
oh, I know.
And now I've got to this like place in my kind of anxiety of like, this really isn't about me anymore. Sam just likes to spend and buy fancy gadgets, and I was showing up with my little iPhone, whatever it is.
Yeah. But here's the thing: it's all like, you know, we got great sound out of these. We weren't using, we weren't using the Rodecaster. We were using the other one, but the Rodecaster has its own little like. We got buttons that do things like. How cool is that?
That is really cool. I don't think we've utilised that.
We haven't utilised that.
No.
No.
I think our goal is to just record episodes now.
Yeah.
I feel like we have a formula.
Yeah.
And we can talk about that. Episode 1, what do you think?
Episode 1, I loved our comedy. We were funny. I was dirty that episode.
The amount of... Because we sent it...
Smut.
We sent it to Rico. Remember? I was like, let's just get Rico's feedback. Someone that we know well, someone that we both know well.
It was like, okay, so let's start with the good points.
And then Rico, we're going to interview Rico.
Yeah, eventually.
He's a very efficient... He's German, okay?
Did they not pick that up from the accent?
Yeah, so if it was me, if someone asked me for feedback, I'll just send a few texts.
He sent a full voice. He sent us a podcast, not a voice note.
Yeah, there you go. Like, he sent us a voice note. That was a podcast, which is kind of perfect.
Yeah.
But do you remember we were at Ebba's having a fag on the balcony?
We had a double burn.
Yeah. I was like, Ebba, can you pass me my wine? I'm going to be here for a good 5.
Oh, wait, there's a second one.
Yeah. But he basically said we talk about poop a lot.
Yeah,
and
that
we
was
did.
one of the things we did.
And if you listen back, we do talk about poop a lot. The amount that we edited out
is actually quite shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talk about poop, and also we didn't like stay on. I think we just because we recorded like 2 hours.
Yeah, we did.
So then people who watched it, they said, "Oh, you don't like, you don't flesh out topics."
No.
Enough. Which I think we've got really good at.
We've gotten really good at your schedule. You're sort of like, right, we've gone off topic.
Yeah. We like bounce around a lot.
Yeah, and that
but
works
that's
really
because
well.
we had 2 hours and then we wanted to fit it all in. But then after, obviously, like, because I think we spoke about you going to the gym like in every single episode.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
Even this episode, we're probably going to get to it.
Yeah. I'm gonna listen.
Yeah. So there are things we've flushed out from that first episode. I do feel like we can talk smuttier.
We can get that. Yeah.
I feel like one of the guests that we're going to get on is Seymour. They are a music artist. They've done drag as well. And it's just like every single thing is an innuendo.
Yeah.
And I'm keen to bring that to this podcast.
Yeah.
I feel like we owe it to our fans.
You said to me quite a few times that I'm quite prudish on this.
You are, which is quite funny.
Because I'm not.
In real life, you're not.
Yeah. I think I just need to, I don't know.
Have a couple more beers.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
I don't know. We pushed the limit on a few of the episodes. I told because we actually have a few listeners. Can you believe? Maybe you're one of them.
A few subscribers, which is really quite nice.
Shout out Eva in my office. I told her one day that me and you like to have a little beer, and she was like, "You can't tell," and I'm like, "Fucking hell."
You can hear us cracking it.
Yeah, I don't know whether it's like, whether we're just like hardened alcoholics, or or you're just a fantastic editor.
Maybe.
I think it's a mixture of the both.
I add in the beers. Sometimes I've double burned you cracking open a beer just to make you seem more of an alcoholic.
Also, shout out to my friend Bryony. She's our biggest fan. She is our biggest fan. She downloads all the episodes. She watches them when she's on a plane or listens to them when she's on a plane. She told me, it's just like, it's like hanging out with you, Callum. Callum and Posh Guy.
She's from the posher area than I am.
Yeah.
Give me that shit.
Yeah.
But what makes me there's also, I have a regular listener, which is, so when I first moved to Stockholm, I joined a pub quiz team.
Oh, yeah, pub quiz team.
Yeah, Quiz Team Aguilera.
Okay.
And brilliant, isn't it?
Ladies on the stage. No, what? I think it's the one. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage. Quiz Team Aguilera?
Did you say ladies on the stage?
Yeah. Ladies on the stage, please welcome the gentleman.
Oh my God, it's really... Okay, so ladies on the stage, that's got to be a thing.
Yeah.
So, okay, so, yeah, so Quiz Team Aguilera and Matty from Quiz Team Aguilera.
Matty, okay.
Is one of our listeners.
Midsummer.
Yeah, you met Matty at Midsummer.
Which one was that?
Matty's the one who came over with his Ukrainian friend and said, could we nick some of the god-awful still in the back of my fridge schnapps?
Was it the British one?
No, that's Steve.
Steve.
Yeah.
Maddie. Oh, Maddie.
Matty, he's the Swedish-Finnish one.
It was a big team that day.
It was a big team. There was a lot of people. Yeah, there was a lot of people that day. That was good fun, though.
Sorry.
That's something we've.
Did you get that belch?
We're gonna have to keep one of these in.
Yeah.
But no, so yeah, that was another thing we did. We did Midsummer.
We did Midsummer.
Yeah, that was good fun.
And
my
then-
my stepsister came for Midsummer.
Absolutely.
So
And I made
Ruth,
us
who
walk.
also listens to our podcast,
Does
sorry,
she?
Ruth.
Shout out,
I hope
Ruth.
so. Yeah, she better do now because I'm mentioning her and I'm going to tell her you're on this episode.
That poor woman. I made her walk all the way over to Camden Stand. I was like, I'm just trying to create a moment. I made her walk
We
fucking
found
miles.
nowhere that was open.
Nowhere was open. Because in England, if you've got like like the pubs are open on Christmas Day. Like
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
But what was hilarious was because she has never been to Sweden before, and she has a bit of a phobia of flying. So she was so proud that she made it here.
Yeah.
And she's sort of like, I know Holly won't mind me saying this, but like, Ruth is the one who will not say something that is sort of like where you go, that was a bit stupid. And it's, you know, they have a sistery dynamic, which I absolutely love. And there was a moment where Holly looks at Police Huset, where, like, you know, the huge police building, and she sees the Swedish flags and she goes, oh my God, is that not the most fancy IKEA you've ever seen? And she doesn't even turn around and she just goes, I'm aware of where I am and I'm aware of what I just said and I don't want to turn around because that was innately stupid. And I'm just like there going like, girl. But then we took her to Midsummer and she was just like there going like, is Sweden a cult?
I mean, we'll get to episode, what was it, 4? Sweden.
Yeah.
It was just two dickheads that live in Sweden that know nothing about Swedish culture. We'll get to it.
Yeah, but it gets worse. And we'll add that in on episode 4.
Okay.
So, episode 1.
Episode 1, too much poop.
Too much poop.
Episode 2, not enough Callum.
Not enough Callum.
So apparently I didn't realise that I needed to talk near the mic. Now we have these fancy adjustable mics. You've seen this?
And they're smooth.
Very smooth.
Very smooth.
demure.
Yeah. I am not demure.
So I remember we showed up to the set incredibly hungover.
Very hungover.
Both of us.
Both of us.
And I think we started strong. By the end of it, I started nodding off.
Yeah. I mean, the funniest part about it was the fact that, you know, we did this whole bit at the beginning, which worked brilliantly. And then I was just like, do you remember the massive ketchup?
Yeah.
That.
I was in a delicate place.
I made you bacon sandwiches.
Yeah. And ever since then, we've drank on set, not before set. Which is perfect, really.
Which is a good idea because drinking before set is a problem.
Essentially, when Bryony said it's like hanging out with Callum when I'm on a plane on my own, that's what I want to give our listeners, a sense of friendship. You're in the pub, you're having a gossip, you're talking about...
You're overhearing the two drunk lads at the back.
Obnoxious British faggots.
Yeah.
Having a great time.
And if you're on Soda Mom this evening, you're probably going to experience that as well.
And also, if you are in Stockholm, I need 45-minute notice. Post 5 o'clock. Just let me know. I'll show up. I'll have a beer. I'll talk to anyone. I just like talking.
Exactly.
I just want to talk
Invite
to
us
someone.
to things.
Yeah.
Be our friend.
Maybe I would have had a better summer.
Bitch, I was here for you.
Yeah, but you was always busy.
Yeah. That's true. It's been hard.
Worked really hard.
I have actually. So episode 2 was great, and we talked about
work.
Yeah.
It was a bit serious.
It was very serious.
Yeah. I got a bit preachy.
Yeah, which leads us to episode 3, which is the first one we did in the studio. Where I think you were sat here and I was sat there.
We were against the curtain.
We were.
Now we've really understood the power of a backdrop.
Yeah, the power of a pipe.
Your studio is like a fantastic place to be.
It's gotten a lot better.
You've got a TV.
Better. Yeah.
Like, I love being here.
Aww.
Like, there have been times where we're like, let's meet tonight, we'll record.
Yeah.
And then I turn up, I'm like, Sam, I just want to get...
Should we just get smashed?
Yeah, should we just have some lagers and just relax?
Yeah, watch TV. It's great.
Oh, yeah, we started watching...
Gangs in London.
Extraordinary.
And Extraordinary, yeah.
Yeah, I watched both seasons of that.
What did you think?
So good.
Yeah.
So good. It made me miss being 25 in London.
I'm going to message Galena because if she's not listening to our podcast, she needs to because she's now just been given a shout out. Galena was one of the editors on Extraordinary.
Was she editor?
She was
I thought
editor.
I thought you said she was in the wasn't she in like props or something?
What,
It was a giant disco dick.
No. So the story of the disco dick. So she's one of the editors.
Right.
So she rarely interacts with set apart from sort of like requesting shit. And I remember sort of like, we saw this huge giant disco ball dick and cock and balls.
Yeah.
And it was gorgeous. And then I just sort of like, and then Dan sort of like grabbed me on the leg and was just like, and then he went, call Galena. And so I texted Galena and just went, just out of curiosity, do you know the prop master or anyone or the art director? And she went, I actually do know the art director. And I went, okay, the cock and balls disco ball, get me.
Where is that?
Yeah. And she just laughed. And then like, I just went, there was silence on my end and she went, oh, you're serious? And I was like, Dan wants it for the wedding. Could you just find out what happened to it?
Having that spinning around.
Yeah. She hasn't come back to me on that.
My mum would love it.
I don't think Dan's mum's gonna love it.
Yeah.
We didn't get it in the end.
No.
But you know, it's she tried.
Wait till you get a wedding present.
So that was episode 2. Episode 3 was Britain, in which you managed to single-handedly offend 4/5 of the country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I said in the podcast, unless it's 20 minutes from around where I was raised, I probably I'm aiming to piss you off.
Yeah, apart from Liverpool.
Actually, I feel like I can go harder. I feel like I can push the limits. I feel like I was too soft.
Yeah, I feel like I was too soft.
Like me and the Mancunians, we have an issue.
Okay.
And I said to you earlier, I lied to them. I lied to them all the time. I told them I don't know the words to Waterfall by Oasis. And I know the words. I just think it's funny to say Oasis is shit.
That's their anthem.
Yeah, I know. It's really funny.
Yeah.
Me and the Scouts, though.
Yeah. I can take him or leave him. No,
I've really
I
committed
love
to him now.
I've really committed. You know, I'm honorary Scout.
Honorary Scouts.
Yeah,
Scouts.
I'm marrying one of them.
You are what you eat.
Huh?
Yeah.
Second.
So the Britain one was fun.
The Britain one was
that
fun.
was the one where we just showed up and we just wanted to have a good time. And then I think we started to get in the rhythm of it.
Yes.
Then we had the Sweden one, episode 4.
Which I think would have been great, apart from the fact that you were recovering from a horrific cold.
Yeah, I remember we had to cut a lot out because I was being a right little bitch. Basically, I went to I think, because I'm very fortunate, I get to travel for work. So I ended up going to LA with work.
Yeah.
Which is sounds wonderful, right? But then it's 16 hours travel. Basically, got on the plane, got COVID.
Yeah.
No, but the weekend before that. So on the Friday, me and Marco got a boat over to Finland.
Yeah.
Because his birthday was the week after. I was going to miss it. So we went to Finland. Maybe I got COVID there.
Did you actually have COVID?
I think it was COVID.
Oh, okay.
Because I had the symptoms. When I get COVID, I get really a really bittery sense in my nose.
Yeah.
I still have my taste though, so that's why it's confusing.
Dan lost his taste when he got COVID.
Dan lost his taste when he met you.
You're such a bitch. Oh my God. That is gay warfare. That is a nuke missile.
I thought it was quite witty.
Yeah. I mean, witty. But not, I am not demure anymore.
Bitchy. No. Yeah, so no, I feel like I got home. The trip was you fly to LA and it's a 16-hour flight. You're in LA and it's amazing, but you're there for 3 days and then you fly back. By the time I started to feel okay, because I was on so much fucking American cough medicine, I got on the flight home and then I just game over. I got a cab straight over to Marco's, and he was like getting ready for like a birthday party and stuff because it was like his birthday weekend.
Yeah.
And I just like lied on his bed, and he was like, "Babe, you're really bumming me out. Like I'd love you to be here, but can you just go home?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go home."
Oh my God.
No, I was bad. I was bad. His sister was there, and I could tell she was just like, "Oh my God."
Yeah.
So yeah, and then for the next like 2-3 weeks, I was feeling sick. So that's why I feel like I had COVID.
Yeah.
We decided to record a podcast because we hadn't recorded one in a while.
Yes.
The amount I was being such a bitch to you. A lot of people have said it's not that bad.
Yeah. Covered a lot of ground with Sweden.
Sweden.
Obviously, it's where we are. It's our home. It's our...
Rico said... Again, he's going to be on the podcast. Rico was like, you guys kept saying you were waiting to be in a good mood, so you didn't moan about Sweden. But then all you did was moan about Sweden.
Yeah, but of course, we're British. All we do is moan about shit.
Exactly.
This is how we love things.
Yeah.
We moan about it.
A little bit of a moan.
Yeah.
Oh, it's too hot. Oh, it's freezing. Like...
They know.
Yeah.
They know.
Yeah.
Like, I regularly have conversations with Frida and Amanda, who run Metropole, where we currently sit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, you know, conversations where you just sit there, just go like, Sweden is pissing me off today. And Amanda will be like, oh, okay, what has my country done? Yeah. And you're just like, they're going like, well, this happened.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, you know, and they can see it. They can see every point. And there was a moment where Frida just sat there and said, like, you know, but is the UK? And I was like, if you want me to moan about the UK,
we're here.
I will sink the fucking island instantly.
Yeah. You
Like,
love moaning.
I love moaning
About the UK.
And the UK has made so many colossal fuck ups. I will happily tell them every single fuck up they've made.
I feel like a child of the world.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like when people ask me my citizenship, I'm like, British, but you know, it's coming.
It's coming.
Gonna be European again.
Yeah, back in EU, inside EU.
Hell to the yes. So we did that episode, and then that brings us on to the last episode we did, which was, what did we do for fun?
Out of Office.
Out of Office.
It was good.
It was good. It was really good.
It's my favourite.
I love that it's your favourite. It's up there for me.
Does it make me an absolute narcissist to admit that sometimes I sit in the office and listen to episode 4 and 5 quietly on my own whilst I'm like doing like an artwork or something, or like just, you know.
I bet you're howling with laughter.
I am howling on the inside. So
there was a moment where I was texting Dan and he was not having a good day, and this was back when he was working in the office that you're working in.
Mm-hmm.
And you both sat in the same office.
Yeah.
Different floors.
Yeah.
And there was a moment where he was just there going like, no, I'm not having a good day. This is pissing me off. This is pissing me off. And Callum is having an amazing day. And I just went, what do you mean Callum's having an amazing day? And he just went, well, I can hear the bitch laughing from the floor above me.
At my own jokes. Okay? I want to talk about the power of being a personality hire. Okay? Because I think it brings a lot to a team,
to
a company. I would consider myself a first designer.
Mm-hmm.
But then also I don't want to sit around all day and just be like bored.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Part of the love of doing whatever we do is it being fun.
I think I'm just really grateful. Like, I just think like people should have a bit more like, okay, grateful to be here, you know. Hey, how's it going?
I'm just so happy to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so laugh at my own jokes.
Mm-hmm.
My life is a party and everyone's invited.
I love that phrase.
Exactly.
I live by that phrase. A
As long as
stranger
you're
is
not a dick.
Yeah. A stranger is just a friend you haven't made yet.
Which is really true for you.
Yeah, that's very true for me.
Like, I remember when we were in Berlin, I was like, because we talked about Berlin on
How
the
many
podcast.
friends did I make that night?
I was like, Sam. It's got to end. Like, we were in the cab home, had a wonderful time, very like full schedule weekend.
You didn't
Cab
speak
home.
any English.
the taxi driver didn't speak any English. You didn't speak any German.
So I
you just
started talking to her in Swedish.
shit Swedish as well, babe. And then me, I just looked
Why
over.
didn't Rico help out?
Rico wasn't there. He was there. He hung out with his mum. It
Oh,
was
yeah, that's
me
true.
and
He
Dan in
wasn't-
the back of the cab. And then I just looked at Dan. And Dan was like, this is my life. And I was like, what is going on? Like, and then you got out the cab and I was like, oh, how was that? And you were like, I thought we had a really good time. And I was like, he didn't understand a word. Word you
We
just said.
kind of got there on certain words. There were certain similarities.
It was body language, babes. Like,
Yeah. He was feigning knowledge of what I said.
My joke from that weekend is that, like, your thing is that you love saying, hi, I'm Sam. I live in Stockholm. It's boring. And I remember we were waiting at a bus stop or something. We're on the way to,
Yeah.
we're on our way to,
Kim Petras?
no, it was on like it was like, we tried to go to the museum.
Oh, the Shoeless Museum.
Shoeless Museum, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we were waiting for a bus to get there. And I remember you were like, oh, I really want a pretzel. I really want a pretzel. So
Yeah.
you're just like walking around. You popped your head into a cafe. And I turned around to Sam and Dan and I went, he's going to tell him he's from Stockholm and it's boring. And you literally did it. You went, guys, do you have any pretzels? Oh, all right. All right, I'm from Stockholm. It's really boring. That was like, this is perfect.
Shame.
You are a puppy.
I am a puppy. I'm a puppy who thinks Stockholm is boring. To be fair, though, actually, we've gone to a few things this year. It's gotten less boring.
Yeah.
We went to the
Yeah.
Indian festival.
Oh, I didn't get to that.
There was an Indian festival on the Saturday. It was great. There was a moment where it was sort of like, India brought its biggest flair. They had like, huge sort of like sweeping pieces where they talked about their history,
Yeah.
Big interludes, stuff like that. There was a moment where I turned it down and I went, for me, it's the smooth changes between scenes. Because it was as smooth as a brick.
Yeah.
It was just like, like the music just went down, the lights just went poof, and suddenly someone was talking, and then suddenly the mic cracked up, and you're just like there going like, oh, this is how it works. It was 2 weeks ago, something like that.
Oh.
It was really good.
Okay.
I know. I introduced Dan to a lot of Indian food that he's never had before.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He loves a gulab job now.
I appreciate us hanging out with the podcast. We've eaten so many dinners together.
We have. It's been great. How many dumplings have we eaten now?
A lot of dumplings.
A lot of dumplings.
Shout out Wang.
Yeah.
Sushi and dumpling.
Wang sushi and dumpling from Hornstall.
Hornstall.
Yeah.
Like, it's so nondescript.
Shout
Like,
out Masala, which is just down the road on Horngarten.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good
I think
one.
We've become quite regulars.
Yeah.
Would you like to discuss Elora?
You know what? Alora gets enough love from Stockholm Panda, from Conrad.
Listeners, okay, so Sam considers himself the Spice King.
I am the Spice King.
He's now been demoted to the Spice Prince because I've witnessed.
I'm still the Spice King.
I've witnessed his limit. I go
Okay.
for a korma. I'm not pretending to be a Spice King, right?
All right. I got a Vindaloo from Alora.
And it knocked your fucking socks
But
off.
that's not what a Vindaloo should do. I can handle a Vindaloo. You take me to Holy Cow.
Okay.
Take me to Masala. Take
Yep.
me to any other Indian here. Take me to what is it? Saravana Bhavan, which is like the McDonald's of India.
Right.
They have like stores in 70 countries.
To be honest, you did say to him, I like it hot.
Yeah. Not to the point where you can't eat it.
I've never seen you not finish a plate.
That was.
To be honest, I think you finished it.
I did finish it. I will always finish food. But I can tell you now, the pain I felt that day
The day after.
and the day after.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about shit again.
Yeah.
Rico's going to hate it.
Yeah.
No, that was not a comfortable experience. That was my whole body. It's like, I've bottomed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been in.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
Are you gay?
this. Oh my God, call the police.
Yeah. Sound like
One of
Amanda
them
Lepore.
made it in. Yeah.
Oh my God.
RuPaul did that though, didn't he?
What?
RuPaul did that.
When?
Like, there was an episode where someone just went, as a black man, and he went, you're black? And then he was like, call the police. And it was hilarious.
All right, so that was the night that I left my bag.
That was the night you left your bag. So, you know, I left
Elora.
you left your bag in Elora. I left my guts somewhere on the floor. Not in a good way. So it was not the greatest of experiences for me.
No, I had to crash at Rico's that night. Rico's getting a lot of shout outs.
Rico is getting a lot of shout outs.
Oh.
We'll have to. Oh, yeah, you didn't have your keys.
Didn't have my keys. I left my bag in my keys.
This seems like a problem for you.
Yeah, that Marco was in. I think he was in Serbia at the time.
Yeah.
So then, I just like text Rico, and he was like, "Yeah, sure, I have a toothbrush." And
This sort of shit you do a lot. Like, you nearly miss flights. You
to be honest,
leave your bag places.
To be honest, I think I don't do it a lot. I think it's when I'm around you, and I think. Your fiance mentioned it, and I'd like to bring this up on the podcast, live on air, that your fiance said, "Oh, you're drinking a lot lately, Sam." And said, and then you decided to say, "Oh, it's because of Callum."
Yeah.
Like, and I'm shoving him in your throat.
Yeah.
And I think it's the sign of a true friendship.
It is. It is.
Where I lose my shit.
And I lose my shit.
Yeah. We're not doing a shit episode again. Oh, they're missing the flight. That was me.
Yeah.
Mainly because I was just tired.
But we also did have a conversation where you said that you have missed a flight before.
Yeah, that was the first flight I ever got on my own.
Yeah. This story is the best story to me, though.
No.
We don't have to do it on air if you don't want to.
No, yeah, I'll talk about it. Like, this is the first time I ever flew on my own, but it just happened to be the time that I emigrated to another country.
Yeah.
I was 22, and then...
Young, dumb.
Full of cum. And not my own. No, so then, like, what did I do? I was 22. I just got the job. I was moving over to Stockholm.
Mm-hmm.
And then I stayed at my friend's in London. Alicia.
Yeah.
We don't talk anymore. But, I stayed at hers. And I remember just having a big one all weekend. And I moved to Stockholm with one bag of clothes. But it wasn't like... It was a carry bag.
Mm.
I don't know why the fuck I did that.
I
Because
know
I
why you
was
did
also
that.
like a tiny little Twinkie skinny thing.
Yeah.
So why did I not get wheels? But I think it's because I didn't have a suitcase. So anyway, I got to the airport 10 minutes before the flight took off.
Yeah.
Because in my mind,
You thought there was a bus.
I just didn't know that I had to be there 2 hours before.
Yeah.
But then once I landed in Stockholm, all right, so I figured it out. I ended up having to fly to Norway, and then from Norway to Stockholm, whatever. And then my company sorted me out with like a room, like a hotel across the road from my. They really sorted me out. So got there, and I was like, oh my God, it was like a snowstorm. Like I landed, I sat outside the airport, I had a cigarette, and I was like, what the fuck have I done?
Yeah.
My dad was like, oh, he's gonna be home, he'll be home in 6 months.
Yeah.
And then I remember, like, the point that I had a full-on meltdown is when I got into my apartment, opened the door, and then realised that the plugs are different. And at no point did I ever consider that.
Yeah.
And then I just had a full-on meltdown.
Oh, no.
Like, tears of, like, what the fuck have I done? Turned out all right in the end, but...
Yeah.
So that's the only time I've missed a flight. I didn't miss a flight for Berlin. I was there. I had a coke
I know
and a
you
cigarette.
made it.
Like,
Yeah. That still, you know, that will live on in my mind is when you came up, you know, and Dan's already pissed off because you were like, I'll just grab a Coke.
He's pissed off all the time.
Yeah. Might cut that.
Yeah.
And I can remember this moment where it's just sort of like, maybe I've changed the story in my head or something, but this is how it lives on in my head, is when you just went, I'm going to go for a fag. And he went, I'm done. And he literally grabbed his bag. There's a queue going onto the flight, and he literally goes to the front of the queue and goes to the woman, move. She moves. He scans his boarding pass and then just goes straight through.
You've embellished that.
I've embellished that.
You've embellished it. And you do that a lot, babe.
I do that a
but
lot.
I kind of live for it.
Yeah.
I do that as well. I told you.
It's interesting.
When you're traveling to France and you're dealing with people in France, just lie.
So this is probably the most bougie thing we've ever done. And like spontaneity, this is like a big point on spontaneity.
Okay.
So Dan at one stage went, I really want to go to this event. I can't remember what event it was. It was some sort of like exposition of some sort of, maybe it was Dior, maybe it was something like this. No, it was the Schiaparelli one.
Okay, yeah.
And he literally went, so we're going to go to Paris. And I went, okay. It was like, there's a flight, 6 a.m. It leaves. Gets us there for like 9:30. And then the flight out is at 9 p.m. from Paris. We spend 1 day in Paris. No hotel. So, of course, me, who is sort of like, I love flying by the seat of my pants. And this sounds like the most sort of like seat of my pants situation. I went, do it.
Yeah.
So we get to the airport. We get on this flight. It's in Terminal 2, which is the shit terminal in Islander. There's nothing there. Go to the Starbucks. There's no vegan option. I can remember asking on the aircraft, because they give a free snack, and when is there a vegan option? And she's literally like tapping the water, going, that is your vegan option.
No.
When you're on this plane, you're in France. I was like,
Have
okay.
a slice of bread.
Nothing. Literally nothing. And it was just like, you know what? This is going to be my life for the next 24 hours. I'm going to get used to it. It's going to be fine. We land, and Charles de Gaulle is the single hardest airport.
It's weird. It's like
weird.
The architect was on drugs.
Yeah.
Like,
It's beautiful.
he probably was.
Yeah. I love the fact that he goes, every 5 seconds.
I just remember the elevators being like this. I mean, the escalators.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. And there's moments where it goes straight, there's moments where it dips down, there's moments where it's all like, and it feels spongy. It's like the weirdest thing in the world. So we get out of there, and the rear, which is how you get into the center of Paris, is not running. Strike action.
Yeah.
So 2 hours later, we arrive in Paris. We are dog tired. We are, I've hit limit. I've gone into M&S and found a falafel wrap, and that is my lunch.
No.
That is my breakfast. I was pissed off. And it's at that point that Dan gets the email saying, due to technical difficulties, we've cancelled the event.
Oh, no.
He hit all of the roofs. And at Charles de Gaulle, it's a very high ceiling. So hitting that roof is a hard task.
He managed it.
He managed it. Yeah. So then we had a really shit day in Paris. It was raining. It was not great. But then there was a moment where he went, let's just go to Vendôme, which is near the Ritz, which is where the Schiaparelli store is. And we went into the Schiaparelli store. And the guy was showing us around, and he said we were supposed to go to the thing, and it's closed. And he went, yeah, but it is opening in a few days. And it was like, we have 1 day in Paris. And he went, oh, I'm so sorry. And he went, the reason was there was a fire. And Dan was like, oh, and he was like, are the clothes okay? Typical fashion people, where it's just like, fuck the people. What about the clothes?
Yeah.
Clothes were fine. People were fine. It was all okay. And it was actually, he was really nice about it. He sort of like, he gave him the lookbook from the previous season.
That's cute.
And he gave him a bag. So Dan walks out of the Schiaparelli store with a Schiaparelli bag, and he looked at me and went, you do not appreciate this right now.
Yeah, because,
But I do.
Some spenny clothes.
Yeah. He tried them on.
Love that.
He tried them all on.
Is that what he's going to wear walking down the aisle?
That's not what he's going to wear walking down the aisle.
Schiaparelli
We're keeping what we're wearing we're keeping it, there is a costume change, I will tell you that.
Of course there is.
Of course there is.
The beaded gowns.
Yeah.
Being shipped in.
Beaded something.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds busy to fly somewhere for 1 day, but people do it for business meetings.
People do for business meetings.
But usually they just whack a taxi on the work card, so you don't have to worry about all of that.
I know, but we didn't have a work card to whack the taxi on.
I know.
Yeah. But no, it was good.
Right.
I suppose we should wrap up, shouldn't we?
I think this was like a spontaneous
Spontaneous thing.
let's do a content.
Yeah?
We're going to start interviewing people.
Yeah, we are going to start interviewing people.
Obviously, they are volunteering, so we need to get.
Well, we don't have subpoena power, so, you know,
Exactly.
everyone's
So
volunteering.
everyone's volunteering, the out of the goodness of their heart.
Yeah.
But I like this kind of.
I like this setup. It'd be great. And it'd be great when there's someone over there as well.
Yeah, we need to talk about how we're going to lay it out.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to. I don't want to like. I don't know, like someone in the middle here might be a bit like.
That'd be a bit weird. But maybe someone over there, and then we just, you know, the three of us all talk to each other.
We'll figure it out.
We'll give them the good camera, because I think that's a nice thing to do.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But yeah, maybe we just start doing little randos like this.
Yeah.
Just bosh it out.
Yeah.
I'm just not thinking about it too much.
No, I agree.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see when you. I mean, you're the one editing it.
I am the one editing it.
This is really. This is really on your shoulders.
No, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy doing this.
I just need to show up and not be a bitch. And even that.
Asking a lot.
Touch and go,
sometimes.
yeah.
Oh, well, we hope you've enjoyed watching the episode.
We've recapped the episodes. Go back. Don't watch episode 1 and 2. I keep telling everyone that.
No, I keep saying watch 1 and 2. It's nice to show where we came from.
No.
It's not our strongest.
4 and 5 are our strongest.
Okay, so maybe 3 and 5.
3's pretty good as well.
3's pretty good.
Yeah.
4, you were COVID. Rona.
No, I mean...
So
we have some moments.
We had some moments. We did have some moments. So go back and watch the episodes. Connect with us on TikTok. It's a voice note, not a podcast. Connect with us on Instagram. It's a voice note, not a podcast.
Write us a letter.
Write us a letter.
To our email.
To our email address. It's a voice note at gmail.com.
Voice note.
Yeah.
I've just started calling it voice note.
Do you?
Yeah.
I keep calling it IAVNNAPP.
Voice note is
Voice note.
a bit more Google friendly.
It is a bit more Google friendly. So, you know, connect with the voice note team. You know we love you. And yeah, we've managed to fix our outro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to take us away?
I'll start, you finish.
Okay.
Cheers to the quiz.
As always.
May we be here for many years.
We design your clothes. We cut your hair. You should have done I'm going to start it and you're going to finish it.
Okay, you need to tell me what it is.